Hey guys, Retro Reviews here, back again with more video reviews, and this time I'm going to be doing my SH Figuarts, and starting off my SH Figuarts, naturally, let's do the one that started me off on collecting these Shinken Red from Samurai Sentai Shinkenger, otherwise known as Takeru Shiba, or Jaden from Power Rangers Samurai. So, here we have this. Let's take a look at the box real quick so we can get that out of the way. Stand him out of the way. Here we have the front of the box. It says Shinken Red. Shinken Redo. The Samurai Sentai Shinkenger logo. Picture of Shinken Red right there. That wraps around to the back. And then right here it does say Shinken Red Takeru Shiba. And then SH Figuarts Shinken Red. Then up here, SH Figuarts Shinken Red with the Takeru Shiba again, and his emblem, and the Shiba logo. And then right here on the front of the box it says, it describes what SH Figuarts is. So SH Figuarts is a new standard figure series that incorporates the Bandai action figure art under the theme pursuing character expression through humanoid action, which is very lengthy. Excuse me. And then over here we have the fire kanji over here again. And then some pictures of the figure. We have him standing badass, him with the Rekka Daizanto, him holding out his emblem, and then him holding out his sword like that. So, now that we got the box out of the way, let's take a look at the figure. Here he is, and I've got him stood up in his roll call pose, naturally. So, very awesome figures, really. The SH Figuarts are. The detail on these are amazing. Let's go ahead and bring his arm down. Let's take a look at the detail. We have a lot of painted detail in the... Oh, there went his Shinkenmaru. I'll go ahead and just slide that in the holster, which there's these two grooves right here that correspond to the grooves on the inside of the holster, so that just slides on like that. So there we have Takeru, and very nice looking paint job on the helmet, even the vents there on the side, the stripes down the front of his, or down his chest, and then the gold on the belt and the Shinkenmaru, and then down here with the detail right there. I guess let's go on to the posability now. So these things are insanely posable. Excuse me. I don't know why my throat's all nasty, but anyways, head on a ball joint at both the neck and top of the head. So there's that, and then there's a ball joint at the chest and neck. For that, the chest right here has a joint where for the stomach to bend in or bend out, which mine is really tight. It can also turn, but then when you turn it, it breaks up the line right there. But ball joints are these, or shoulder joints are these universal joints with this little sleeve right in here to make the suit stay together. Which on my camera, it's looking, it kind of flows together nicely, but there's, in person, that does get really distracting. But it allows for all this rolling and can move up and stuff like that. Elbow is double hinged, and then there's a triple hinge joint right here for the wrist. There's a ball joint in the wrist, a swivel joint on the inside, and then a swivel joint back and forth to get quite a bit of posability. Then come down here to the waist. There is a ball joint at the waist. Along with, for him, we have a type of hip joint where there's a stem in here that's got a hinge on the inside and then a ball joint on the outside at the knee, or at the hips, at the legs. So it kind of extends down a little bit and then comes out there. I don't know if you could see it that well, but you know, allows for that. Then there's a cut in the thigh for it to roll forward or roll backward a little bit. Then the knee is ball jointed, or not ball jointed, double jointed, so it can bend all the way like that. And then the ankle has a ball joint which allows for all that. And then last but not least, the toe has a hinge for obvious reasons. Yeah. So these guys have quite the posability, and you can stand them in like any natural pose that you want them to get stood in, or any unnatural pose for that matter too. Now let's, uh-oh, that was nice. Just plops right down on the accessories, which we're going to look at in just a second. We'll start off with the basics. I'll just take off that and stand him normally. Come on. So, on top of the figure and the Shinken Maru, you also get all of this. We get the Rekindai, which no launcher mode, sadly, but the disc spins there. The Shinken Maru, we have the Fire Emblem badge. And the Shishi Origami, which the Shishi Origami is actually posable. He does have little itty bitty posable arms up front. That's it. We got the Shoto phone, which is pretty nicely detailed. It's got the buttons painted on there, and then again over on this side. Screen, however, does not have anything on it, so that's either, you can either see that as a bad thing or a good thing, but to each their own. But then he also does get a bunch of fists, a bunch of different hands. He comes with a default fist, which, on focus. There we go. Default fist for both sides, which he's got the left one on. He's got a hand for holding the Shinken Maru, and then these two hands for holding the Rekindai Zanto. Then this hand for holding the Shoto phone. And this hand for holding the fire badge. And then these hands for holding the, or for just splayed out hands. Which, I'll go ahead and put the Shoto phone in his hand to show how he can hold on to it, which, something like that. There we go. So it would look like that. Then this one for the badge, it does fit in there rather well actually, so you won't have to worry about it falling. Wow, that was poor timing. Okay, so there we go. So yeah, you don't have to worry about it falling out of his hand all the time. There's no way to hold the Shishi Origami, so we'll just stand him there. Now let's take a look at the details of the Shinken Maru. All the nice painted details, all the silver painted, then the gold's painted here. Also, it comes in 3 parts. It comes in one. It comes with right here. I'm not going to mess with it because it sounds like it's glued in. But you can just glue that in when you get to it. It's just this piece and this piece right here to keep it from snapping. And then also, the disc does come out. Which, you look at it, it does have all that nice detailing on it. So there we have that. And then the Recordizanto, really nice detailing. Again, gold paint right here, then black painting right here, and then the silver blade painted on. And this white painted on here, and then the handles even painted for the blaster. Just too bad there's no firing mode on this figure, on this one, sadly. I don't think there is any of them that fire off, but then just like the Shinken Maru, this can actually come off too. And you can see the Shishi origami running on the fire disc, so there you have that. And then real quick, I'm going to show him holding the, or how to switch out the hands. Alright, so there's the multiple joints right there for the hands. You want to pull, and it's best to pull straight out. You don't want to strain the plastic any, so you got to be careful with that. So just pull straight out, and then you're left with this little ball joint right here. And all you do from there is just push the new one back on, which is sometimes a little easier said than done. Do the same on the other side. Which I gotta be careful with mine because for some reason the whole joint wants to come out of his arm, so I gotta finagle it a little bit before I can get it to go right. But alright, so there's that. Take this hand. Alright. So then take the Recordizanto and it just slides in between his thumbs like that. Then there we go. And just pose them any way you want. Now the Recordizanto is heavy, so trying to get him to stand up is a little bit difficult to do. Well, it is heavy for him. It's just hollow plastic, but really for the figure, trying to get him to stand naturally and hold the giant sword up is just come on. That looks natural enough, doesn't it? Here. Perfect. There we go. Except for his hips all mangled now, but there we go. Never mind. There. So yep, there's the Recordizanto in his hands now, and it's very nice. So yeah, I guess now I'm done fiddling around with this guy 14 minutes later for a Figuarts review. Jesus. So yeah, this guy is available at Toys R Us mostly now for him along with Shinken Gold. You can find both of them at Toys R Us. They've been around for at least a year there now, so Hopefully, if you're in an area where they aren't so popular, you can go ahead and pick them up. Mine has 14 of these guys still, and 4 golds. So, yeah, it's not, I guess there's no excuse for me not to have one, so. He is a very nice figure. If you do like this designs for Samurai Sentai Shinkenger, and you like, he is a good starter. He comes with a bunch of accessories, and he just looks so awesome when you actually finally get him set in a pose that you want him to. It's just, I don't know. It's just something about him. I think it's these shoulders. Yeah, the shoulders are what throw him off for me. The way they're cut, so with the sleeves in here, so it makes it look a bit more natural for the suit. It just doesn't flow right, and it looks a little weird. Some of them later on, people have said look worse, but him and gold are the only two I have, so it's not that I'm not too worried about it. So yeah, it's about $35 at Toys R Us. So if you want him, go ahead and pick him up. I mean, he is a very, very awesome figure. I can't say enough good things about him, and I can't find anything bad about him except for those shoulders. So if you want to start getting into Figuarts and you haven't got a chance to yet, go ahead and get Shinken Red, I guess, because that's where I started. And again, I can't say enough. I can't give this guy any more praise than I already am. He's just that awesome. So, anyways, this is, what's my name again? Ratchet Reviews. I hope you guys like this video review, and I'll see you again next time.